The signal came from deep space. It was weak. It was broken. But it was real. The message played across Earth's monitoring station. A voice filled with fear spoke through the static. Please, anyone listening, we need help. They are killing us all. The voice belonged to Elder Zuayan of the Valkyrie people. His species was peaceful. They traded goods across the galaxy. They never fought wars. They never hurt anyone. But now someone was hurting them. The Valkyrie colony on planet Theta 7 was under attack. The Kreth Empire had arrived 3 days ago. They wanted the planet. They did not care about the people living there. Kreth soldiers moved through the streets. They burned homes. They destroyed everything. Valkyrie families ran for their lives. Parents grabbed their children. They hid in basements. They hid in forests. They hid anywhere they could. But the Kreth found them. One by one they found them. Elder ZYN sat in the ruins of their communication center. Blood ran down his face. His hands shook as he sent the emergency broadcast. He did not know if anyone would hear it. He did not know if anyone would care. But he had to try. Outside he could hear screaming. He could hear explosions. He could hear his people dying. Tears filled his eyes as he spoke into the transmitter. This is Theta 7. We are a peaceful colony. We have no weapons. No defenses. Please, if anyone can hear this, we need help. They are killing the children. Far away on Earth the message arrived. Commander Sarah Chin sat at her station. She was drinking coffee. It was a quiet night. Then the computer beeped. New signal detected. She put down her coffee. She pressed play. The voice of Elder ZYN filled the room. Chen's face went pale. She heard the crying in the background. She heard the children screaming. Her hand moved fast. She forwarded the message to Earth Defense Command immediately. 5 minutes later, Admiral Marcus Stone listened to the recording. His jaw was tight. His eyes were cold. He looked at his officers. Prep the fleet. We are going to Theta 7. A young officer spoke up. Sir, should we assess the situation first? Stone's voice was ice. Someone hurt innocents. Assessment is over. The Valkyrie hoped for saviors. The Kreth thought they were unstoppable. Neither understood what humanity truly was. And what happens when you make Earth angry? The distress call had been sent. Earth had answered. But the Kreth Empire was about to learn a lesson written in fire and steel. Above Earth's orbit, massive warships gathered. One by one they appeared. The fleet grew larger. 47 warships assembled in formation. Destroyers, cruisers, battleships. And at the center was a flagship, the UES Retribution. It was the largest warship humanity had ever built. Its hull was dark metal. Its weapons were ready. Admiral Marcus Stone stood on the bridge. He watched his fleet form up. Every ship reported ready. Every crew was prepared. Stone gave the order. All ships jumped to hyperspace. Target Theta 7. We leave now. The Valkyrie did not know help was coming. Their transmitter had been destroyed hours ago. On the surface of Theta 7, the Kreth celebrated their victory. Commander Varkas stood in the center of the burning colony. Bodies lay in the streets. Smoke filled the air. He smiled as he watched buildings collapse. This planet is ours. Kill anyone still hiding. His soldiers moved through the ruins. They searched every building. They pulled Valkyrie from their hiding spots. They showed no mercy. In a collapsed building, a young Valkyrie girl named Lyra hid with her mother. Her mother was wounded. Blood soaked through her clothes. She held Lyra close. Stay quiet, little one. Maybe someone heard our call. Maybe help is coming. Lyra pressed against her mother. Tears ran down her face. She could hear the Kreth soldiers outside. Their heavy boots on the ground. Their harsh voices calling to each other. She closed her eyes tight. She prayed someone would save them. Above the planet, Kreth warships circled in orbit. 30 ships. All armed. All watching for any survivors trying to escape. A Kreth officer sat at his sensor station. He was bored. This was an easy victory. Then his screen lit up. His eyes went wide. Sir, we are reading massive energy signatures. Multiple ships dropping out of hyperspace. Commander Varkas walked to the sensor display. He laughed. Probably scavengers coming to pick through the wreckage. Destroy them. Then he saw the numbers. 47 contacts. All massive, all military grade. His smile disappeared. The human fleet materialized in space like ghosts from the void. The Kreth had weapons. They had numbers. They had conquered 12 worlds. But they had never faced humanity. And humans do not negotiate with monsters. The humans had arrived at Theta 7. The Kreth expected negotiation. They got something else entirely. Admiral Stone sat in his command chair, his eyes locked on the view screen. 30 Kreth warships floated between his fleet and the planet. Behind them, smoke rose from the burning colony. Stone's hands gripped the armrests. Open a channel to their commander. The communication officer worked fast. Channel open, sir. The view screen flickered. Commander Varkas appeared. He was tall. His armor was covered in blood. He smiled at the camera. Unknown vessels, this is Kreth territory now. Leave or be destroyed. Stone's voice was cold as ice. This is Admiral Marcus Stone of the United Earthspace Navy. We received a distress call from this planet. Innocents asking for help. Varkas laughed loud. Those weaklings. We already dealt with most of them. They were too easy to kill. Stone leaned forward in his chair. His jaw was tight. How many children did you kill? Varkas looked confused. Why does it matter? They were in our way. We do what we want. The bridge of the retribution went silent. Every officer stared at the screen. Stone's knuckles turned white. A long silence filled the channel. Stone spoke again. His voice was barely a whisper. You just made the biggest mistake in your species' history. Leave the system now, or we will remove you. Varkas's smile vanished. His face turned red with anger. You dare threaten the Kreth Empire. We have 30 warships. We have conquered 12 worlds. What do you have? Stone did not blink. We have 47 ships. And unlike you, we actually know how to use them. We protect the weak. We punish the cruel. And you just became our target. Varkas screamed into the camera. You will regret this. He cut the transmission. Immediately, he turned to his weapons officer. All ships open fire. Destroy the humans. The Kreth fleet launched everything. Missiles streaked through space. Plasma beams cut through the darkness. Hundreds of weapons fired at once. The barrage rushed toward the human fleet. On the retribution, the tactical officer called out, incoming fire. Multiple missiles. Stone sat back in his chair. He looked calm. Point defense free. Engage. The human ships activated their defense systems. Lasers and Gatling cannons filled space with fire. Every single Kreth missile exploded before reaching its target. Not one hit. The Kreth had fired first. It was the last mistake they would ever make. Because humanity does not just fight wars. We end them. For the battle had begun. The Kreth thought they were warriors. They were about to learn what real war looked like. The human fleet did not slow down. They did not retreat. They pushed forward through the Kreth weapons fire like it was nothing. Plasma beams hit their shields. The shields glowed bright blue, but held strong. Not a single human ship took damage. Admiral Stone watched the enemy fleet on his screen. His voice was steady. All ships weapons free. Show them what Earth builds. Fire everything. The UES Retribution opened fire first. Its main railguns charged with a deep hum. Then they fired. Tungsten round the size of cars launched into space. They moved at 3% light speed. The rounds were invisible, just streaks of death. The first Kreth warship never saw it coming. The railgun round punched through the front of the ship. It tore through every deck. It came out the back. The ship split in half. Both pieces exploded in massive fireballs. Commander Varkas screamed on his bridge. Impossible. All ships focused fire on their flagship. Destroy it now. 15 Kreth ships turned their weapons on the Retribution. Every gun they had fired at once. The space around the human flagship lit up like a star. Explosions covered the shields. For a moment, nothing could be seen through the fire and light. The Kreth officer smiled. We got them. Then the smoke cleared. The Retribution floated in space. Undamaged, its shields were still up. Stone smiled for the first time. Cute. Now our turn. The entire human fleet fired as one. 47 warships unleashed hell. Railguns tore through Kreth armor like paper. Plasma cannons melted entire sections of ships. Missile swarms found their targets. Laser batteries cut ships apart. The Kreth fleet died in minutes. One ship exploded. Then another. Then 5 more at once. Varkus watched his fleet burning. His hands shook. This cannot be happening. We are the Kreth Empire. We are unstoppable. His ship rocked hard. Alarm screamed. His officer yelled. Hull breach on decks 3 through 7. We are vending atmosphere. Weapons offline. Engines failing. On the planet's surface, Lyra held her mother tight. They heard the battle above. Thunder in space. Explosions lighting up the sky through the smoke. Lyra's mother whispered with her last strength. Someone came. They heard us. Someone actually came. In 12 minutes, the Kreth lost 23 warships. The humans had not lost a single vessel. The battle was not even close. It was an execution. The Kreth fleet was broken, their ships burning. But Admiral Stone was not finished, because justice demands completion. Only 7 Kreth ships remained in space. Their hulls were damaged. Their weapons were destroyed. They tried to run. They turned away from the human fleet. Their engines burned bright as they attempted to escape. Commander Varkus knew he was beaten. His pride was gone. Only fear remained. He opened a communication channel. His voice shook. We yield. We surrender. Please stop firing. We give up. Admiral Stone sat forward in his chair. His eyes were dark. His voice was ice cold. You wanted to kill innocents. You laughed while children died. You do not get to surrender. Varkus screamed. We were following orders. It was not personal. It was just war. Stone's jaw was tight. So were we. Our orders were to help the helpless. And to make sure you never hurt anyone again. Ever. The communication channel cut off. Stone looked at his fighter commander. Launch all fighters. Hunt them down. Every single ship. Leave nothing. Human fighter craft launched from the carrier ships. Small, fast, deadly vessels. 40 fighters spread out across space. They moved like wolves chasing prey. The Kreth ships ran, but they were too slow. Too damaged. One by one the fighters caught them. Missiles streaked through space. The first fleeing Kreth ship exploded. Then the second. Then the third. Varkus watched his fleet die on his screens. He had nowhere to go. His engines were failing. His weapons were gone. A human destroyer moved toward his ship, slow and steady, like death itself. Varkus tried one more time. He broadcast on all channels. Please, we have families. We have children too. Just let us go. We will never return. We promise. No response came from the human ships. The destroyer fired one railgun round. It struck Varkus's ship dead center. The explosion was bright and quick. The last Kreth ship vanished in fire. Space went silent. Debris floated everywhere. Burning metal. Frozen bodies. The Kreth fleet was gone. Completely erased. The human fleet turned toward planet Theta 7. Landing craft launched. Marines in heavy armor descended to the surface. They found the remaining Kreth ground troops. The fight was short. The Kreth soldiers had no chance. Within 1 hour, every Kreth on the planet was eliminated. The Kreth Empire had attacked innocent beings. They killed families. They laughed while doing it. Now they were gone. Completely. But the real story was just beginning. The battle was over. The Kreth were defeated. But the galaxy was about to learn the truth about humanity. The fighting had stopped. Smoke cleared from the sky above Theta 7. Human ships landed across the colony. But these were not warships. These were medical vessels, transport ships, supply carriers. The cargo doors opened. Human soldiers stepped out. But they were not holding weapons. They carried medical kits, food supplies, water containers, blankets. Marine Captain Rodriguez moved through the ruins with his team. They searched for survivors. We have movement in that building. Check it carefully. They found Lyra still holding her mother. The little girl was shaking. Her mother was barely breathing. Blood covered them both. Rodriguez knelt down slowly. He removed his helmet. His face was kind. "Hey there, little one. You are safe now. We have got you." Lyra looked up at him with wide eyes. "You came. We called, and you actually came." Two human medics rushed forward. They examined Lyra's mother quickly. One medic looked at Rodriguez. "She is critical, but we can save her. Get her to the medical ship now." They lifted her mother onto a stretcher. Lyra tried to follow, but her legs were weak. Rodriguez picked her up gently. "Come on, let us get you both help." On the medical ship, doctors worked fast. They stopped the bleeding. They repaired the damage. Lyra sat outside the medical room. She watched through the window. A nurse brought her food. Hot soup. Fresh bread. Lyra ate slowly. She had not eaten in 3 days. Over the next week, humans rebuilt the entire colony. Construction teams cleared the debris. Engineers repaired the power systems. Builders put up new homes. Supply ships brought everything needed. Food, medicine, tools, clothing, toys for the children. Elder ZYN watched in amazement. He approached Admiral Stone. "Why? Why did you help us? We have nothing to offer Earth. We cannot pay you. We are just simple traders." Stone looked at the Valkyrie children playing with human marines. They were laughing, smiling, alive. "You do not understand. We did not come for payment. We came because you needed help. That is reason enough." ZYN's eyes filled with tears. "But you destroyed an entire fleet without hesitation. You killed them all. How can you be so violent and so kind?" Stone put his hand on ZYN's shoulder. "We are not pacifists, Elder. We are protectors. We bring hell to those who hurt the innocent, and we bring hope to those who suffer. That is what humans are." News spread across the galaxy. Multiple species heard what happened at Theta 7. Some called Earth with their own distress signals. Others wanted to become allies. But many were afraid. An alien diplomat asked the question everyone wondered. What are humans really? The answer came from Elder ZYN himself. They are what everyone wishes they could be. They are the ones who answer when you call. They are the ones who fight for strangers. They are the protectors. They are humanity. The galaxy learned 3 truths that day. First, never hurt innocence if humans can hear you. Second, never mistake human kindness for weakness. And third, the most dangerous species in the galaxy is the one that fights for others, not for itself. This is humanity. This is Earth. And the Kreth Empire learned too late. They paid with everything. Little Lyra stood with her mother, who was now healed. They watched the human ships prepare to leave. Lyra ran to Captain Rodriguez. She hugged his leg. "Thank you. Thank you for saving us." Rodriguez knelt down. He smiled at her. "That is what we do, little one. We protect those who cannot protect themselves. Remember that." Lyra nodded. She would never forget. The Kreth Empire never attacked anyone again. They no longer existed. The Valkyrie celebrate Earth Day every year. And Lyra, she grew up and joined the human space navy. Because when someone saves you, you never forget. And neither does humanity. This is the way of Earth. This is our promise to galaxy. Call for help. We will answer. Always.